Merhabalar.
Herkese merhabalar. Bugün yine Zek konuğum.
Merhaba. Ben bugün çok mutlu.
Ve bugün Amerikan erkeğinin Türk kızları hakkındaki fikirlerini konuşacağız.
Evet. Çok önemli.
Çok önemli. İngilizce konuşacağız tabii. Alt yazıyı ekran üzerindeki CC'den açabilirsiniz ya da ben buraya eklerim artık.
Evet. Benim Türkçem gerçekten çok kötü. İngilizce konuşacağız. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting discussion to have about the cultural differences between us, and Nurtac and I have been dating for almost 3 years now, and we're in a very serious relationship, and there's so much that we've learned on this journey together, and still so much to learn.
Oh my gosh, especially like as a Turkish girl, I think I'm still not very typical Turkish girl, but I was still typical Turkish girl with a foreign boyfriend. Okay, we will discover that more.
All right.
Yeah. What is the first thing you want to start? Like, what is the first thing you could judge, or you could criticize, or you could praise more?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first topic that we can discuss that I think is quite interesting is this idea of jealousy.
Oh no.
This is something that it took us some time to realize. There's a big cultural difference between how we view jealousy and then how we react and how we're jealous about each other.
Yeah, because like it's not like all Americans are not jealous, right? Like it's not that, but it's really different understanding.
Absolutely. Jealousy is a normal human condition. It is an experience that every person has had. It's just the way that we perceive jealousy has been a little differently.
Yes, and how you react to your partner.
So when we first started dating, one of the things, and I didn't realize this, that you would do, is you would do things or say things that are kind of pushing me towards having a jealous reaction.
Did I?
On purpose or not.
Yes,
you
it's
wanted,
on purpose.
You wanted some jealous reaction for something that you would say, like, oh, you know, maybe I'm gonna go hang out with this guy today, or, hey, what do you think about my clothes that I'm wearing today? And I would say, like, my reaction would be like, yeah, go have fun. Or like, wow, you look great, you look beautiful.
And of course, as a Turkish girl, I would immediately think like, he doesn't love me.
It took me some time to realize that for Nurtac, jealousy was a sign of affection. For me, jealousy was a sign of mistrust. He
found the Turkish girl as a little bit more jealousy or seeking some jealousy drama.
Yeah, and for me, a very no drama person. The idea of cooking.
Okay.
But Americans can be kind of lazy when it comes to cooking. I grew up eating frozen meals, but Nurtac really takes cooking very seriously, and she's very good at it.
Erkeğin kalbi midesi mevzusu.
Nurtac, yemek yaptın gerçekten çok leziz.
Çok teşekkür ederim.
We'll have a meal together, and then afterwards we'll sit and we'll relax and we'll chill, and then Nurtac will say, oh, now let's go and have some snacks. Hey, do you want some nuts? Do you want some fruit? Do you want some tea? And I'll say, like, we just ate. Like, I'm full.
Because it's our culture, right? After dinner, we are going to living room and then like, oh, okay, it's the next time.
And now I understand it better. And actually, I look forward to that too.
Some days we can understand Turkish girls love eating.
Is the idea of texting and communicating. And doing enough of that, because especially at the start of our relationship, we would wake up, but I wouldn't text, you know, I wouldn't call. I just didn't have this thought that's like, oh, I should always be texting, I should always be calling. Oh, I was pretty bad about it. Sometimes I would even go the whole day.
Oh yeah.
And like barely send anything at all.
When you wake up, you kind of expect that your lover will send you some like, good morning, my love, blah blah blah. So like, I don't receive any message like that, or nobody calls me in the middle of the day, or just like, I don't feel I have a boyfriend until I see him. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Should I say it? Am I gonna be Kezban? I think they will get that. So like, I was really holding this, and finally I told him, and he's like, oh, okay.
To expect your partner to communicate with you, I was just very bad at it, but now that's much better, obviously. I had no idea how many things there are in Turkish culture. I didn't know about nazar.
Oh, nazar.
and the influence that it can have over your life.
Oh yeah, because I grew up with the idea of nazar.
My understanding of it must be so different, but I still believe that there's some truth to it. I found you to be more superstitious about some things than I am used to. You know, so for example, Americans have superstitions too, and I think a lot of them are the same. Walking under a ladder, breaking a mirror, crossing paths with a black cat. I give some other examples, like I love to whistle, but Nurtac doesn't want me to whistle at night. Like sometimes on Instagram you'll see a post, it's like a Twitter quote.
Yeah.
And you'll show it to me, you'll explain it, and I'll be like, ha ha ha ha ha ha ha.
I'm like, really?
And
you
you're
didn't
like,
get it?
yeah.
And it's the same for me. Like, it's all about the sense of humor, because some of the things is really funny for him, but I'm like, ugh, what are you laughing at for? Like,
that's definitely true. Obviously, my Turkish is downloading, but that means that everything we do together is in English for the most part. Gerçekten İngilizcen gerçekten çok güzel.
Teşekkür ederim.
When we first started dating, I don't think that you were as confident when we would go out. Like if we went out with a group of friends, but Nurtac would, I don't know, just not be able to like let loose and have fun with everyone.
For a long time, that was my problem, and it's been still problem sometimes, because like for example, if it's just like couple hours, I mean 1 or 2 hours is okay. But if it's like 4 or 5 hours, I'm like, I don't want to speak English anymore. I don't want to hear English anymore.
But now it's not really like that anymore.
No. Another thing about Turkish girl, it's just like, we love fighting.
Oh.
It's sort of like passion, you know? And we kind of seek for a reason to fight. So it's another problem, I guess, because I'm like, if we don't fight, it's gonna be like boring. But don't worry guys, I changed a lot. This is what I feel like we can talk about it, or if you have any of these type of problems in your relationship, we are willing to tell you anything we experienced and share with you. If
there's any more topics that you guys want to hear us talk about, relationships or cultural difference, something like that, go ahead and leave a comment below and tell us, and we can make another video kind of like this one. And if you haven't already, remember to hit the Abone ol.
Abone ol.
Abone ol.
It's here.
Oh, it's here. Sorry. Abone ol.
Burada.
Gerçekten çok
önemli. Izlediğiniz için çok teşekkür ediyoruz. O zaman görüşürüz.
Görüşürüz.
Bye bye.